On today's chapter, we'll be focusing on the Planetar, the second of the angelical beings. A being of great power and majesty, Planetars act as weapons of the gods they serve, presenting a tangible representation of their deity's might. A Planetar can call down rain to relieve a drought or purge a city of heretics. A Planetar's celestial ears detect every falsehood, and its radiant eyes see through every deception. A Planetar is depicted as muscular and hairless, and has an opalescent green skin and white feathery wings. They tower over most humanoids, brandishing immense swords with grace. Now that we know what a Planetar is, let's talk about features. Let's start with the resistance and immunities. We can see that they are resistant to radiant, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons. It seems to be a staple for most angelical creatures or creatures of a higher origin. They are also immune to being charmed, exhaustion, frightened, following the same path as a Deva. And they wield true sight of 120 feet to aid them in the search for heresy. So yeah, it can clearly see you, O'Neill, you filthy heretic. Followed by a telepathical link of 120 feet. Now let's get to the good stuff, the more unique features. Angelical weapons. The Planetar's weapon attacks are magical. When the Planetar hits with any weapon, the weapon deals an extra 5d8 radiant damage. This is already included in the attack. The extra 5d8 damage is gonna put some pain on those heretics. Divine awareness. The Planetar knows if it hears a lie.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
So, yeah, don't lie, or you might
Die, heretics!
The Planetar also has innate spell casting. The Planetar's spellcasting ability is Charisma. Spell save DC is 20, making it quite difficult to save. The Planetars can also innately cast the following spells requiring no material components. It can also cast the following spells 3 times a day, each individually. Blade Barrier, Great in Combat, Dispel Evil and Good, Situational, Flame Strike,
Burn in holy fire!
Raise Dead,
Your duty is not done, brother!
and once a day, they can cast Commune, Control Weather, and Insect Plague. And as usual, do remember, the spells they have are based on the theme and whatever they need to be met. If you're using a different god for them, you can always remove or change the spells. The creatures also have magic resistance. The Planetar has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, a staple for creatures of higher level as we've seen so far. Now this creature has multi-attack, giving it the ability to strike twice with its greatsword attack, dealing 4d6 plus 7 and the additional 5d8 angelical weapon damage. That is a large number, so be careful and keep your wits about you. And then we come to Healing Touch, one of the greatest mechanic it has. 4 times a day, the Planetar touches another creature. The target magically regains 30 hit points or 68 plus 2 hit points and is free from any curse, disease, poison, blindness, or deafness. A powerful healing mechanic that can change the flow of combat. Removing the negative conditions is just a huge bonus. With this feature, the Planetar will keep his allies healthy and can freely continue to
Burn the heretic! Kill the mutant! Purge the unclean!
That's all for its features for now, so let's talk now about settings. Interestingly enough, unlike the Deva, the Planetar does not have shape change. This is a creature that should inspire awe or fear, depending on the situation. I created 3 different scenarios. Let's see what they are. The metropolis of Arvenath has been plagued by corruption and debauchery, to the point that they have begun to use religion as a form of manipulation in order to increase its power. The gods sent multiple warnings to those in power to stop. After exhausting their mercy, they sent a Planetar to destroy the metropolis and make an example to the rest of the world. The party have learned early on that there's more to this than meets the eye. The civilians could be innocent and will be purged alongside the city. The party must choose a path based on their own morality. Will they save the citizens by fighting the Planetar, aid the Planetar in the destruction of the metropolis, or find a new path? For something that could involve other worlds, the world of Zendrick is a harsh and dangerous place, filled with ancient ruins, treacherous jungles, and all manner of terrifying creatures. It is also a world of great magical power, with ancient artifacts and forbidden knowledge hidden within its forgotten corners. For centuries, a Planetar has been sent to Zendrick by the gods to seek out and bring back any knowledge or artifacts that might be used to protect the mortal realms. A being of great intelligence and curiosity, the Planetar has spent countless years exploring the treacherous corners of Zendrick, braving all manner of dangers in its quest for knowledge. Despite the Planetar's incredible abilities and divine powers, the Planetar knows that it cannot succeed in its mission alone. The Planetar has traveled the world seeking out those who might be able to help it, recruiting brave adventurers, skilled scholars, and powerful mages to join its cause. For a simpler one, a dark entity has taken over a city and uses its people as shields to protect himself from the divine. A Planetar finds the party and seeks their aid. There are 4 altars of evil that prevent him from entering the city. He has a party to eliminate his altars, and he will free the city from the dark entity. If you want the party to engage the dark entity, you could have the Planetar weaken it to the point of mortality, and then have the party face it in combat. Now that we have a few scenarios, let's talk strategy. The Planetar will follow a similar style to that of the Deva. Using its flying speed of 120, it can easily break into the back line and target the squishier targets. If the party is positioned tightly, the Planetar can always cast Insect Plague or Blade Barrier in order to isolate them, or simply split them apart, then fly in for the kill. Remember that the spells they have should reflect the god they serve and the needs of the story, so don't hesitate to change them. If you're trying to spice it up a little bit and make it more difficult, add a couple Devas into the battlefield. If you want to make it more difficult for the Planetar, similar to last time, make sure he uses his healing capabilities, Healing Touch, as a bonus action and allow him to target himself. And lastly, you can cast invisibility at will. Abuse this. And that pretty much brings us to the end of this. Like, follow, and subscribe. Tell me about your favorite encounter with the Planetar in the comments below. Peace.